7, 5.
Ready up live.
Ready up live.
What's up, everybody? Greenskull here, and we are giving you guys a preview of the new Castle map pack. There's some really cool maps here. I'm joined by Minolta 1034 and Drax 122. Now, Drax actually got to play these maps at PAX East, so he has a little bit more of an advantage than we do. We only played actually we logged a good amount of time on these, but he's the expert here. He knows his stuff.
Yes, I do.
So this is Perdition. Perdition's probably my favorite map of the bunch. It's very much like that Halo 2 demo from E3, where the guy drives around on the Goshawk, and it was awesome when the fans were cheering and screaming, and it's a cool map. So we're in front of the reactor here, and it's a nice view.
It's gorgeous. I love it. It's obviously gonna kill us, but that's what I love about it.
Well, we're still down here because we're Spartans, and we don't really care. We don't go on to the upside world.
I certainly
the world
don't
up
care.
there.
I'll drink this.
Awesome.
Get it all over me.
Yeah, so this is one of those areas that I wanted to have more battles in. I feel like if I played some bigger games, there'd be some more battles going on in here. But the thing about Perdition in general is there's a lot of really open areas. There's a lot of different areas in general. Like the whole map, there's a lot of different fighting environments, and I really like that. Like it's an entirely new play space just in here. Gives a totally different feel to the battle anywhere you are.
I think that's why it made it such a good map when we played King of the Hill on it. That's what I loved most about this map was King of the Hill, because it does have all those different environments, like you were saying. Like the hill spawns here, and you're fighting in here, and you've got a bunch of different spots for cover, and it's cool lighting and different ways to attack. And then it goes into like a different area, like the command room thing, or just in the back over by the garages, anything. And it's like a totally different fighting area, and it's unique, and there's different cover and different things to do. I like this big turbine, but I wish that it, like, I don't know, it's cool, and this is supposedly the big turbine that like runs everything, but I kind of wanted to do something more. Like, they've got the big danger sticker here, and you can see something going on in there, but I kind of wanted to, like, every now and again, like, release coolant or like do something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be neat. It looks like a washing machine.
It does kind of look like a future washing machine. This is definitely my favorite area of the map. All the fights that we had in here were so much fun because there's so many different ways to go in and out of here from all over the map. All the different sides. It's pretty much everything feeds in here, so there's just a lot of fun. It was so crazy when we were playing. And plus it has all these cool, crazy things.
When the hill is in here, it doesn't actually extend all the way to the outside walls of the outside of the room. It actually is like only like an inner square in here. So like it's very hard to hold the hill in here because there's so many ways in and out, like you said, that it's hard to hold down the area and not get killed.
Yeah, speaking of King of the Hill, King of the Hill is actually really fun on this map because of what I said before, is that there's so many unique areas, and all the hills are relatively large. And in different interesting areas, there's lots of good cover, vehicle access usually. So it's very interesting King of the Hill experience. So I'll just get in the rocket hog.
Oh,
my bad. Try to get in the driver. Here's where the rocket hog spawns, and I really like the rocket hog on this map.
I was worried that the rocket hog was going to be overpowered, like people were going to get into it and just like destroy me. But honestly, with all of the like interior rooms and stuff like that, it's really easy to hide from vehicles. Like even the Ghost is it's not like,
yeah, and it's really easy to either hijack or stick it with a sticky grenade. I found that a lot. I got a lot of vehicle sticks on this map with people who are running around dominating with the rocket hog. You just pop around a corner because all these little hallways are so narrow that you can really be caught by surprise if you're driving a Warthog.
Yeah, it's cool too because there's not just one route that the Warthog has to take like around the outside of the map either. Like you can go through like the stairway that's right here to the left, or little alleyways in and out, and even into the buildings sometimes if the doors are big enough. You can go through the buildings and things like that. So
let's go for a roll, and we'll just continue talking about the map. Woo!
the other thing I like about the vehicles on this map is, I mean, I remember you saying this, Green, is that the outside track does really play well with the vehicles. Like, you can run around this thing, and you pretty much run into everyone at some point, and even if you don't kill them, you can just kind of come around again and get another shot at it. The outside track is a lot of fun to just roll with this thing in.
as I'm running into everything.
This is the worst. You're not. This is bad.
This is great.
Oh.
Yeah, see what I
boom.
like is that even though there are even though there's the main road here, there are a lot of little side paths you can take with vehicles, and I really like that. They're not as closed off. Like I can really go anywhere I want here. A lot of different choices.
It's really nice too because there's more than just the rocket hog. There's like I think there's 2 ghosts, and then you have I think
Yeah, we got another warthog here.
a regular warthog at each base. Yes.
And a forklift.
So, yes. Unfortunately, you can't drive the forklift.
Yes. The ultimate
Forky
tease.
is not drivable here.
Poor Forky.
So a lot of action, both vehicular and on foot, takes place around this bridge. There's a lot of really cool battles took place here.
Yeah, actually one of the hills in King of the Hill is actually just underneath this bridge alone, which obviously is not very easy to hold because you have each open side that you can just get attacked from and open sight lines.
Yeah. It's the hardest hill of the bunch for sure, is that hill down there.
Well, if you want to break this map into different areas, this is definitely the largest battle area we were ever in. Like, this is, like, this whole area from, like, the turn over there behind us to the turn up here is, like, sort of one big, gigantic battle area. And it's probably one of the bigger parts of the map that, you know, kind of is one huge battle. I said battle a lot.
Just battle?
Battle.
Battle.
You're
Battle. In Halo
Battle.
4, we battle. I like to battle.
I have a
We
battle
bat- we are-
rifle.
we are-
Look at my
we are
battle rifle.
battlers.
So we can battle.
We battle? Sick battle rifle. Yes, there's a hill in here where there's ghost spawns. I never actually saw the ghost be that effective. I found the ghost was more effective for shooting kills than for splatter kills. And that's probably because of how many little areas there are in this map, that everyone's very aware of the road and just to kind of stay at least slightly off the road if you don't want to get hit by something. But I found it very effective to shoot with the ghost and get kills that way.
Yeah, I like this hill because there was, like, only 2 ways to come in, but it's pretty exposed at the same time.
It's pretty open in here. I mean, there's only like one wall separating this wall right here, separating you from the rest of the players out there. So in order to hold this hill down, you kind of have to camp right over here. But even then, it's easy to just chuck in grenades and just take them out with grenades alone.
All these little vents are cool too for just tiny little obstacles that you can hop on or get into cover behind and things like that throughout the battle. And they're kind of, I can't believe I'm saying battle so much. I don't know why, but they're kind of strewn throughout the level.
Another great thing about this map too, and like to add on to this area, is that like, if you're playing multi-team, which I played when I was at PAX, with all the different teams, each team has their own little separate spawn area where you kind of spawn away from everyone else. So it's just awesome playing multi-team on this map because you're not constantly being spawn killed because the map is big enough to support that many teams.
All right, let's say we move on to the next map. Quickly, we must use the magical teleporter device.
Huzzah!
Now we are on Outcast. We got a really cool ship behind us. One of my favorite parts of this map is the skybox and this ship that comes in and takes and deposits materials and such.
It does nothing. It doesn't do any of those things. It just stops. Nothing actually happens.
No, he's coming to hang out. Hey guys, I'm still flying in
That's
circles.
Bob. Bob the pilot. He's a cool dude.
Bye. See you,
See you, Bob.
Bob. You fly up to those green stars. Speaking of which, yeah, the stars are green here, which is cool.
Here comes Bob again. Hey, Bob.
Oh, hey, Bob. Bob, how you
That
doing,
was a quick
man?
trip.
Come here. Come on, come land.
Bob is
Good
really
job, Bob.
Perfect every time.
Congratulations.
Bob is really
made it around
fast.
again.
Textbook.
This map is really good for Dominion. This is definitely a Dominion map with very set up bases. It's a lot of fun to play Dominion on.
Yeah, without a doubt. The thing is, when each base, when you spawn, it's actually directly behind you if you're spawned on each side, and then there's obviously.
Hang on, Drax. You gotta stop running around, bro. You'll literally run out of frame when you do that. Oh, and he's gone.
I couldn't resist.
Oh, you suck. Like I said before, Dominion is very good on this map because of bases like this. This is one of the bases. This was the base that I held when we played Dominion, which kept getting stolen by the other team, and it sucked.
I blame Minolta.
One of my favorite things about the bases on this map is that if it didn't really show it in any of the preview videos, but if you actually look up, there's so much more to them up into the skybox than what is just at ground level. Like they really feel like they're part of a world. You know, it gives you that feeling that like this isn't just one isolated thing. This is a real world that you're playing in, and you look up and you see like, wow, this base extends beyond where we just are into a real life application.
All 3 maps are really like that. If you just look up. Seriously, don't just look down, don't look around, look up, because some of the skyboxes, some of the features are very cool. That was base Alpha back there. This is base Bravo. This guy up here, where I just threw my grenade. That's Bravo right there. So you go from A to B to C, which is, we'll show you in a minute here, which is over there. But it's really cool here getting this Wraith spawn. This was a spot, a lot of battles happened here. A lot of battles.
So many battles occurred here. And the battles were good battles.
Battles everywhere.
They were good battles that you enjoyed.
They were good battles. Bob's kind of like Jerry. Bob and Jerry.
Hey,
it's like Tom and Jerry.
Bob's here.
They could sell ice cream together.
I can see Bob. Bob's over here.
Bob's here?
Over there?
What's up, Bob? Bob got new halogen lights on his ship.
Bob's got some J.J. Abrams style lens flares going on his ship.
Welcome to Charlie Base.
Charlie.
Best feature. Best feature of Charlie. The best feature of Charlie is the tarp! The multiple tarps. There are so many tarps.
Those tarps.
Now the tarps are filled with holes and they are no longer useful. And one more for good measure.
This is another base that looks cool when you look up. I think that's the main thing, is that looking up on these maps.
Yeah, yes.
You gotta look up.
Once again, continue looking up. Look up. You know, there's an old saying that there's 2 kinds of people: the ones who walk with their heads down, and the ones who walk with their heads up.
I don't think that's an old saying.
It's something like that. That's some coolness around here. This is another good spot. I like that we got the mantis spawn here, which is always fun.
Run, Drax, run! It's like Indiana Jones.
Boom!
I ain't afraid of no Greenskull.
So there's a lot of really cool bones around this map, which I find interesting. Definitely add a very cool feel to the map.
One of the things I really love about this map is I think it really shows off the Halo 4 lighting system. Like, all the different nooks and crannies, and like the way that even the walls kind of have those waves and roundness to them from, like, obviously erosion. Really, all the different shadows it creates, all the different lighting effects, and all the, even in the smaller caves like the one we just ran through, it has those lights strung up along the walls, and it all just looks really, really cool.
Oh, look, right in the dust storm. Dust storm.
The dust devil.
Dust storm. It's funny because dust storm. Yeah.
I don't get it.
Anybody have a crazy teleport button?
A crazy teleport button?
I am out of crazy teleport
I think
buttons.
Drax has the teleport machine right there. No, he's got it. Just hit us with the teleport.
Press it! What about you? Come with us!
Teleport
I'm
yourself.
talking to you from the grave. Daybreak.
So it appears transporting to Daybreak gave me a sniper rifle.
It did. That is amazing. Often, it's because he lasered you.
I know.
He did it wrong. That wasn't the correct teleport button.
Well, what do you want me to do about it? I had no other option. All I had was frag grenades.
Yeah!
It's funny because I was shooting for Drax.
That is a dead body. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You picking up what I'm putting down? That is excuse me. This map, despite seeming large, I felt of all 3 of the maps, I had the most conflict. There were a lot of battles on this map. I seriously though, like it's one of those maps that it's open. It's like a more vertical Blood Gulch, or more vertical. Yeah, I think that's the best way I can describe this map. Blood Gulch with more raised parts, because you got the bases on either side, but it's like you can always see someone. You're always running into someone. You can always see them across the map, kind of thing.
Yeah, with the changes in elevation and terrain too, you got to be really careful. Another thing when you're flying a Banshee on this map, because you can very easily get boarded or get EMP'd from somebody you don't see. Same thing when you're on foot too. Your sight lines get interrupted very easily by the changes, like the cliff faces and the rocks that are everywhere.
I'm gonna stand in the Joshua tree over here.
You said the Joshua tree?
I don't know. It's probably not actually a Joshua tree.
Is it a type
What
of
is a
tree?
Joshua tree?
It's like a type of tree.
While we're standing in this Joshua tree, here's the Banshee. Pretty much the beginning of the game is all about a rush for this Banshee. because you can do a lot of dominating. We actually played Oddball on this map, which was an interesting choice. And the Banshee was great because you could just troll people with it. You just make sure whoever picked up the ball, you just blew them up. Very fun map.
You have to be very careful when you're flying it, though, like you said, because there's all these rocks and stuff like that. It's not only players you have to watch out for, but the terrain is also your worst enemy on this map. I highly recommend not doing left or right barrel rolls with the Banshee while you're on this map, because you'll probably fly into a mountain and probably die. Or at least take out your shields.
Much like the other DLC and this DLC, very cool environments. We have a ship floating over here and a cool facility here. Zoom in on the ship, and you actually notice it's rocking a little. It's little subtle things like that that just add life to an environment.
Yeah, we fought a lot more in this base, and I think it might have just been because this base, because it doesn't have a grav lift here, it allows for, like, you know, you can go up, or like if you have a jetpack, you can jetpack right out of here, or you can drop down right back in. Right? Plus, there's just a bunch of other entrances and exits, and you've got the grav lift up on top, which is an easy exit route too. If you want to just run up these stairs over here, you can use those to sort of escape your prey. Especially if you're an oddball, you're always, you know, running away from someone.
One thing we noticed, we were playing around in Forge on this map and checking it out, and we noticed that this lift, despite it looking really like it's a part of the environment, it's forgeable. You can move it, and you can place it places. I really like it. It looks pretty sweet.
Yeah, I would have had no idea if we hadn't gone into Forge that this was not part of the just map built in.
We're in Blue Base now. Blue Base is interesting because it has a lift. These bases are not the same, and I really like that.
One base is square, the other one's round. So when you go from one side of the map to the other, you gotta really kind of remember what base is what, otherwise you're gonna get turned around and kind of confused.
Yeah, I like how this whole map kind of plays. I remember Certain Affinity mentioning that this is a symmetrical, asymmetrical map, in that it is asymmetrical. This base is different from the other base. This side of the map is different from the other side of the map. But it doesn't feel unbalanced. It doesn't feel like one side has an advantage, because they do kind of, like, they're different, but they're also sort of the same. Like you mentioned, Drax, I mean, this base is circular, the other base is square, but this base kind of has the same number of entrances and exits, and the same kind of flow as the other base to a certain extent.
Yeah, I mean, this base has a grav lift and the other one doesn't, but the other one has a ramp to get up, like we showed you earlier, and then this one you can go up the ramp, up the grav lift, and then you can still come right back down and drop back down if you're careful, just like the other base, like that.
So here is the cave over by Red Base. Cave system on this side, there was a lot of fighting that took place here. A lot of flag runs especially. The person who has the flag also has two options, being, well, three really. He could leave if he wanted to, but he could go that way, and he can go an even longer way, which is up back here.
Up past the rocket and shotgun spawn.
Also, going on what we were saying before about look up, I highly recommend you look up there to this tree and flowers that are all growing in this beautiful little lit part of the top of the cave. It's
and
something
everybody
that you probably
likes
never
flowers.
notice playing. Who doesn't like flowers?
I like flowers.
I don't like flowers. When we were playing Infinity CTF, I think it was 6-on-6 at PAX, this little cave right here, this tunnel, the flag actually got in here at one point, and it was really hard because it kept on swapping hands.
Hey, what rhymes with hot sun?
Dotson?
Shotgun! Nope. That was our preview for the Castle map pack. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. You know, it's hate on us all you want for praising these maps, but they're really well made, guys, and they're sweet. I had a lot of fun with them.
I had a blast. Honestly, like, everyone's been saying, oh, this map pack's going to be bad because it's large maps, but, I mean, we played them 3-on-3 when it was just us and the staff, the RUL staff, and 3-on-3, all of these maps played. They were fun. I never had a problem where, like, I was never running into anyone, or there wasn't enough action.
Outcast is the only one that I had more trouble running into people, but this one,
it's big.
Perdition, like this one especially, this one, all these maps are, you know, relatively large, but there's a lot of fighting that goes on. There are many battles. Battles happen frequently. So if you like this video, guys, be sure to comment. Tell me which... Actually, tell us all. Tell us all right now. We want to hear your comments. Which map are you most interested in? What's your favorite from what you've seen so far?
Which map do you want to battle on? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, which... Yes.
Greenskull, stay right there. I have a new teleportation machine for you to use.
Okay.
Just wait.
Oh,
okay?
no. I know.
I'll be back in a second. No. You don't. I promise. You're not gonna expect this at all.
No, I'm expecting it. Are you expecting it? I'm expecting it. I hear it. I hear you. What your teleportation machine
It's
is.
Minolta. I never know what to expect. from
I know
Minolta.
it. I know it's coming. I see it. I see it.
Teleported.
Yeah!